Hello everybody, it's Ushi once again, and today we've got another how to play Fate Domination video. This is one that you guys personally requested, and a bit more of a complicated servant, and today we're going to be doing Valkyrie. Thank you Tama the Maid, I think it was, for the comment asking about Valkyrie. She's actually kind of complicated, as she's one of the few servants that has a unique attack card. Third, Hilder, and Artwind. Best Valk, by the way, I'm just going to say that before we go into it. Her main deck play consists of these three attack cards. Valk is pretty known to be one of the stronger combat lancers, and in my opinion, arguably the best lancer, with competition to maybe Canis, Elizabeth Bathory, and probably Vlad, in my opinion, would be the ones up there as well. So Valk's main stuff is Third, that gives pretty much a permanent 6 mana 4 power, that gains +6 power the round it's played. Hilder, that has a 2 mana 3 power card that gets +3 power on the turn it is played, as well as the action to be able to deactivate this and put one of these from outside the game back into your hand. Okay, and Artwind is a 0/2 that basically gets a +2 power the turn it is played, and makes every card after the play, not the turn they play it, but after the turn they play this, every turn afterwards, all their attack cards and skills are 2 mana cheaper. So basically the way Valks are meant to play is you're basically wanting a snowball by having permanents up the field, using their on-play effects correctly, and being able just to stomp battlefields as you're a very heavy combat servant with double luck. So the big thing about Valks that people misunderstand is when you lose a fight now, you permanently lose one of these. So if you have Artwind in a fight, and it's active, and you lose a fight, she's removed from the game. There is ways to get back thanks to Ragnarok. Ragnarok will allow you as a once per game to get cards from outside the play back into your hand or in play that don't get the on-play effects. Or the other way is through Hilder, where Hilder has her action where she can deactivate herself to get one of these back into your hand. By deactivate, it means going into your discard, by the way, so do not worry about losing Hilder permanently. If you lose a fight, you use her action. The way you mainly want to play it is you're wanting to set up your Valkyries, and by that I mean having one on at a time, and basically being able to snowball by having a permanent +2 to +3 to 4 power, and using their effects to be able to win fights cheaply. In my opinion, Ort's arguably the best one for combat, but Ort is the best one to normally have up, as you basically can have everything for less mana, and you don't need 8 mana to use skills, meaning that Gungar is technically a 4 mana card, and using it with something like Thrud, that would be 0 mana. You're basically playing 4 mana for essentially 6, 9, 13, 19 power. That's really... 4 mana for that is really good. As well as obviously any effects. So the main way you want to win is just by stomping people in power fights, taking terrain advantage, using your master abilities, basically fighting. And the other way you can generate VP is through Svannet. Svannet is basically a double surveil. So playing this as an action is pretty much a 2 mana surveil that can take you to recon. And you can use it in combat again to go again. The big thing about the passive combat, and the most important thing, is if you're going to lose a fight and you have one of your commanders up, you can use Svannet to take it back. You'll have to pay the cost of Svannet, by the way. Passive combat means you can play it from your skill zone. And you can basically replace it. On Anchorage you cannot, as it's a Noble Phantasm. But doing that, you can put this back into your hand and basically keep your commanders. A good way to do it is you can play 2 Valks and threaten people. If you're confident in winning the fight, you can do 2 Valks like that. And then basically, if you know you're going to win the fight, no matter what, you could use Svannet to take away Hilder, for example, or Ort. And basically... yeah, basically doing that means that you won't lose it, but obviously your power will go down on whatever the effects are on this. And that's basically the way you want to play Artwind, or Valks in general. Ragnarok is mainly used as a get jail out of free card, where you can get all your Valks that are gone from the game into your hand or on play. Mainly your Heaven's Field turn, if you haven't used Ragnarok, I would recommend playing all 3 at once. Or play 2 of them, I could recommend. Playing 2 of them would be very good if you have a good card in your hand. Like, yeah, I'd recommend playing 2 of them like that. And then in Climax, pretty much go this and that. And that's probably your best combos, having all 3 Valks up with Gun Gear. So Ragnarok on your big once per game turn, or if you need your Valks back, because losing your Valks is pretty much losing your Servant. Svanet's a nice get out of jail free card to basically save your Valks if you play 2, or if you know you're going to lose a fight, spending the mana to keep your Valks from getting losing out, or you can just play it as going to recon, as basically you have a surveil on demand. And basically they have their own unique effects, or it basically lowers the mana cost of everything not needing to pay 8 mana. Hildur can get Valks that you've lost from outside the game, from either just losing them through other means or through losing a fight. And Thrud is mainly the big powerhouse of the trio, basically giving you 10 power on the card you play it, on an attack card that is not a Noble Phantasm. That's insane on anger rounds. Some clarifications before I end the video is you can only have 1 Valkyrie on play at the end of a turn at a time. It does say in Thrud that basically when you lose a fight, remove them from the game. It says that with all of them. But as you can see, deactivate Artwind and Hildur after combat, this effect cannot be prevented. Meaning that if Thrud is in play, she must be the one that stays in play. I know it doesn't say anything here on these 2, but if something say shares the same unique combat, they only can have 1 by that. So basically, unique combat means you can only use 1 unique combat per turn from both of these. So if you have both of them in play, you can only use 1 of the unique combats, meaning that you can only keep 1 permanent and the other one would go to the discard, or remove from the game if you lose, but both would if that's the case. So that's how you play Valks. The aim to play Valks is set up one of your commanders, mainly Art, win fights from your basic attacks, Gun Gear, and basically just outpowering them with Valks. And on your down turns where you're not confident in fighting and don't want to risk commanders, you use Svanet as a get you out of free card from taking 1 back into your hand, or using it to be able to fly to recon and take recon VP. Having 2 Lux, best combo you can do for Climax is Ragnarok, play 2, I would recommend these 2, and then play this and Gun Gear, and that's probably your best combo. If you're scared about Defeat Servant, play all 3, play Gun Gear and a Luck, and that would be your best bet. So thank you very much for watching. That's how to play Valkyrie. The next video will be on Edmond Dantes, most likely, so feel free to watch that soon. And the video on how to set up a game will be happening soon, as I just need to be fucked recording and shit like that. But I'll get to it soon. Thank you very much for watching again. I hope you enjoyed the quick how to play Valkyries, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And feel free to ask for whoever you want in the future in the comments below. Thank you very much.